You are listening to Football Live, the preview show on Brila FM with Barry Swain.
Another weekend of Premier League football is just around the corner. Football Live, the preview show, is your weekly guide to what is coming up this weekend. And of course, what we've got covered right here on Brila FM with Football Live. We have two absolutely fantastic shows lined up this weekend. On Saturday afternoon, Chris Baldwin is your presenter, and he will be joined by reporters at four tasty Premier League matches. Leaders Arsenal are in action on Saturday afternoon away at Leicester City. A chance for Mikel Arteta's men to open up a gap ahead of Manchester City's Saturday evening game away at Bournemouth. Arsenal fought back last weekend to win late on at Aston Villa, 2 goals in stoppage time, claiming all 3 points, and that delighted Mikel Arteta as his team returned to winning ways.
Now difficult because it's been a roller coaster and very emotional at the end. I think we showed resilience, character and quality. The context of the game was difficult, with the performance that we had against City and get nothing out of it. And then having to come here less than 72 hours and we stopped doing all the simple things right. And at halftime we said the moment is now, guys. We have to raise the individual level, we have to look each other in the face, and we have to do much more if we want to come out and win this game, because we can. And we alter one or two things, and then we produce a very, very strong performance, and probably should have won it earlier than we've done.
Leeds United and Southampton are the bottom two, both recently sacking their manager and both struggling to find suitable replacements. Ultimately, poor manager recruitment could well be the deciding factor in this season's Premier League relegation battle. Saints won at Chelsea last weekend and will travel to Elland Road full of confidence. Leeds have not won a Premier League match since October, and ultimately the inability to win has pushed them deep into relegation trouble. Leeds failed to aim a single shot on target in their loss at Everton last weekend. In front of their home fans this weekend, they really do need a result. What a game it promises to be. Leeds United against Southampton, of course, we've got it covered right here on Brila FM and Football Live on Saturday afternoon. After that win last weekend at Chelsea, the caretaker manager of Southampton, Ruben Selles, spoke this week about his desire to take the Southampton manager's job on a permanent basis.
I want to be the manager, and as you asked me before 3-4 months ago, I think I'm capable to do that as any other, but it's not my decision. It's okay for me. I just put everything that I can. I have the team now. We are working really hard. We do our best, and those are my skills. And then the club or the persons to make the decision, they will make a decision, but of course I will be more than happy to get the job.
Also slipping down into the relegation zone last weekend were West Ham United. Their loss at Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday in the London derby meant that they had to spend the week reflecting whilst in the bottom three. Nottingham Forest are the visitors to the London Stadium this weekend, and when asked if the visit of Forest was a big game, here is what David Moyes had to say.
Very big. Every game's big. Even today's was big. Every game's big. So if you're trying to make the word big be bigger than it should be, I don't know if I can do that. But ultimately, we treat every game with the same level. But I totally get your message. I mean, I think that we've not been scoring enough goals. So and what that's meant is and we'll need to try and make sure we don't concede any goals.
Yes, David, I think we get the message. It's a big game this weekend against Nottingham Forest for West Ham United. And like all the games on Saturday afternoon with the 4 o'clock kickoffs West African time, you can, of course, follow them right here on Football Live on Saturday afternoon with Chris Baldwin, exclusive on Brila FM.
You are listening to Football Live, the preview show on Brila FM with Barry Swain.
Everton have won 2 home matches on the bounce, and last week's win over Leeds United at Goodison Park helped propel them out of the bottom 3 and up the table. Another home win this weekend against out-of-form Aston Villa, and Sean Dyche has the opportunity to make it 9 points out of 9. Dyche felt last week's win over Leeds United was thoroughly deserved.
They're all important wins, but I think the stats as well. I don't think they had a shot on target today, which is pleasing from a defensive point of view. And we opened enough chances to take one, a strange one in the end that it was. Fine finish, it must be said. But, I felt the feeling of the game. We were on top for a lot of it with the ball and then defended very resolutely against, a team that do play with the tempo. Because, we come off a big win against Arsenal, don't get the win at Liverpool. We know what that means, and I'm learning what that means to Evertonians and to the city, of course. I'm learning about that. And we're not in a place in the minute to overthink everything. Then I'm really pleased.
It is drama you will not want to miss.
Well, against all the odds, Bournemouth are taking the lead. Not a single shot on target up to this point.
Yeah, it was a James Ward-Prowse classic. He just kills it beautifully.
Well, it's been absolute chaos.
Yes, Josh. Football's a cruel game. You can have all the possession you want, but if you don't put the ball at the back of the net...
It was, again, Kane and Son, like the good old days.
But this show never disappoints.
Yes, well, it's Brentford 0, Crystal Palace 1 here, and it's Eberechi Eze who's got the goal.
Oh my word, Josh. I cannot believe how Phil Foden has not made this 2-0.
Yes, Barry, it's a second goal for Borussia Dortmund, and the Die Schwarzenegger are running away with it now.
Chelsea this week gave their backing to manager Graham Potter, but wins and goals are proving hard to come by at the moment, and that simply is not good enough for the world's most expensively assembled football team. A loss at home to bottom of the table Southampton last weekend has agitated several Chelsea fans, outlining their weakness in front of goal. Graham Potter disappointed with his side's latest setback against bottom of the table Southampton.
Well, we were below par in the first half, I felt. We were just second to things, and that's a disappointing thing. You know, reasons in terms of changes we had to make. Sometimes you lose a bit of fluidity, you lose a bit of cohesion. But nevertheless, you know, our first half we were disappointed with. And then you're heavily punished with Ward-Prowse, whose delivery in that area is fantastic. I thought our response second half was really good, and we did enough to score. If you score, maybe the game changes round, and we can maybe get the second. But the chances we had, I think, you know, we have to put those in. So overall it's really frustrating and a really disappointing evening.
Tottenham Hotspur now into the top four, and they will be hopeful that a good run of form can help distance themselves from a potential challenge from the likes of maybe Liverpool or Chelsea in that race for Champions League football next season. Tottenham and Chelsea both still in the Champions League, of course, but both face a home second leg with a 1-0 deficit from defeats in the round of 16 in the last couple of weeks. Incidentally, the FA Cup fifth round takes place next week. During midweek, Tottenham still very much amongst the favourites for this competition. They have a tricky tie away at Championship promotion chasers Sheffield United, who could well be playing in the Premier League next season. Manchester City are also still in it. They're the favourites. They go to Bristol City. Manchester United at home to West Ham United. All 8 ties in the FA Cup fifth round take place on Tuesday and Wednesday, and all ties will be decided on the night. There will be no replays. Talking of cup ties that don't need any replays, this weekend sees Manchester United and Newcastle United take centre stage in the Carabao Cup Final at Wembley Stadium. It will, of course, be covered live and exclusive right here on Football Live on Brila FM on Sunday afternoon.
I think the players know the responsibilities that they have to go into a game like this and just try and be the best that we can.
Almiron on the edge of the penalty area, he curls the shot. Oh, you have to say that is magnificent. Miguel Almiron.
Really good team spirit, yeah, and I think it's something that we've worked hard to get to, and something that the gaffer has really worked hard to bring to the club as well. So
fantastic goal by Sancho! He is on fire!
And we play brilliant, we create a lot of chances, and then you see the quality of this team.
Plays the ball inside, and Jadon Sancho's there, and Sancho scores for the Red Devils. They take an undeserved lead.
The most important thing for any forward is that you get the chances, and then it's up to you to take them.
Live and exclusive coverage of the Carabao Cup Final this Sunday on Football Live on Brila FM. No Nick Pope for Newcastle United, who have had a wobble in form in recent weeks. The Toon Army embark on their first visit to the new Wembley Stadium, and they are looking for their first silverware in almost half a century. Manchester United have not had to wait quite so long, but by their standards, this has been a long time since a major honour has been lifted by the club. Two big clubs desperate to get their hands on major silverware, coming face-to-face at Wembley this weekend. And it's another game, of course, that we have covered right here on Brila FM and Football Live. United will start as favourites, and Newcastle, well, their usually watertight defence will need to find a way of keeping Marcus Rashford under wraps. Rashford scored another 2 last weekend as United brushed aside Leicester City at Old Trafford. He is bang in form and looking to get United back on track with success at Wembley on Sunday. The match will be covered by Football Live at 5:20 in the afternoon as part 2 of an extended show on Brila FM. Follow all the action with Chris Baldwin and his team of reporters as the action unfolds and the goals go in. Brila FM will be the first to react. All ears on Football Live this Sunday for the big Cup Final showdown at Wembley Stadium. Which United will come out triumphant? It promises to be a dramatic afternoon of football, that's for sure. Well, that's your weekend preview show done and dusted for another week. Don't forget to join Chris Baldwin on Saturday afternoon from 4:45 and again on Sunday for an extended show from 1:20 in the afternoon. The preview show is back again next week and we look forward to your company, same time, same place, next week on Brila FM. Don't forget to tune in to Football Live on Saturday and Sunday.
You